Kisses for Kyle was named after my first son, Kyle. He was born in 1996. He was so beautiful. He had big brown eyes, big smile, and his face actually shined. And right before he was turning 2, I was about to send out his birthday invitations for his party, and that week he was diagnosed with leukemia. When Kyle passed away, it was a whirlwind. He was sick for 8 months. And like I said, he was healthy. Everything was fine, and literally overnight, our world changed. Going through what we went through with Kyle, I realized that it's not just the child that's being affected by the cancer. It's the whole family.
There's nothing to compare it to. In your worst nightmare, you cannot imagine what it would be like to have your baby sick, being poked and prodded, and things going on with your child that you don't even understand. You have to trust complete strangers with the health of your baby. I mean, it's so tremendously different from what life was before.
My son's name is Sander. He's 4 years old, and he was diagnosed in August of 2013 with leukemia. He goes in every 2 weeks and to get his blood work, and then at home I give him chemo every day. I used to be a social worker. I used to make more than $40,000 a year. I was able to pay everything. We used to go out shopping, we used to go out eating out, we used to do many things. Then I lost my job, so that's how everything got, worse and worse and worse and worse. But the most important thing was taking care of Sander. So I didn't care about the house, didn't care about the money, didn't care about the job, didn't care about the nothing, Sander and his health.
We were about 6 months into Kira's illness, and I'd been out of work for that time, and I knew I was taking like 3 more months. We had them come out to do like the routine maintenance that they do at the house with the heater and the oil, and they said, you have to get a new oil tank. If you don't, it's going to end up breaking, and you're going to have oil in the house, and it's going to be an EPA issue. And it was several $1,000s. I needed $1,000 up front, and it was one of these like, this has to be done right now kind of thing. So I reached out to Kisses for Kyle to find out if there's any way that they could help us, perhaps procure a loan with like a low interest, something we could pay off when we were back on our feet kind of thing. And I think within 24 hours, they told us that they could have someone out here who would actually replace our oil tank for us, and we were just blown away. It was really incredible.
The most thing that they helped me, that it was unbelievable, was my car. Because I took it for an inspection. It was over $4,000 worth of work. I didn't know what to do. Contacted Kisses for Kyle back, and then they told me, well, let's see what I can do, let's see how I could do this, but give me like 2 days. So they told me to give them 2 days, and in 2 hours they called me and they said, everything is paid for. Now you tell me if that's not like a miracle.
My favorite events were the Ladybug Ball, the Halloween event, and the boardwalk.
So our first outing as a family was the Ladybug Ball, and it was just incredible. She had her bald head, and nobody looked at her funny, and everyone was just so wonderful to us, and people came up and told us their stories, and it was just really nice to have a place where we felt like Kira could be Kira and we could be us, and it was okay.
And I think for Kisses for Kyle, what they do is they keep the families busy. They try to set up as many events as they can, no matter what they're going through, to keep their minds off of the sadness and keep them going, like having events planned on their calendar to have stuff to look forward to.
Because of the relief that we got through Kisses for Kyle, we were able to at least, okay, well, this is taken care of. Let's go on to the next thing. Okay, this is taken care of. It's been a couple years, but I mean, I think we made it, and not everybody can.
I want to major in psychology and try to become a research oncologist. Of course, if that can't happen, I can always be a psychologist for the cancer patients. I just want to help people who were in my situation.
Think about it this way. Help Kisses for Kyle, because you don't know when it might be your kid or somebody else's kid that you know. So if you have the opportunity to be healthy and for your children to be healthy, thank God that they're not sick, but also reach out and help, because you don't choose cancer. It's like cancer chooses you, and then you have to come up with stuff. So if this is an organization that when you're going through a lot of trouble, you reach out to them and they just reach out back. If only for a moment, they give you peace, you know?